Heyo, it's your boy, the girl, the one and only Pie Pie, coming at you today with let's say live look at, not live look at, but we're going to do a look at the new Pokemon trailer that they put out. They did a Nintendo Direct earlier today, and they dropped not necessarily as much information as I thought they might, but we did get some good bits out of it. And so we'll kind of go over the most interesting parts and, talk about the things shown, what looks good, and what, maybe doesn't look so good. Because there's a couple of things that are kind of, well, we'll get into it when we get into it. In the meantime, let's cut over and start the trailer.
Welcome to Pokemon Direct. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon.
Ishihara-san!
Today, I would like to provide the latest
Tell us
news
about all the
about the Pokemon
Pokemans!
Sword and Pokemon Shield games. To begin, please take a look at this video.
Okay, we're seeing more environment. Male character this time. Are those all PCs? Might just be a random trainer. The one in red is definitely a PC though. Zelda the fist bump! Random battles in grass? Now there's a few new Pokemon. Double Sappy. Okay, we're seeing more dynamic camera angles than in the past. So the graphics look really fucking good. I mean, I know they showed off the graphics before. Big open fields. I wonder if that design is going to be a very large world space. Rotating camera, nice. Bike on water? Wait, okay, so we're gonna, cause with the magic of YouTube, you can actually go back, cause there are a couple of things that I noticed here. I'm gonna wait and take this a little slow here. So there are Pokemon visible in the overworld, which I'm not sure what to make of, because earlier we saw there was, where was it? Go back here. There's a scene where there's Pokemon in the grass right here. So here we see there's no Pokemon out in the that you can see. So that begs the question, will there still be hidden Pokemon in tall grass that you can't see? Even if, there's a whole bunch that you can see out in the overworld. Much like in this segment here. You can see, look, they're walking around. You see them in grass, out of grass. So I wonder if they're going with a mixed system this time for that. Also, that bike in the water. You can shake trees. Animal Crossing confirmed. Okay, there are these red beacons. They do talk about this later in the trailer. Also, can I just say real quick, this song, I'm not a fan of this song. It sounds bad, like on the level of some of the really shitty Sonic theme songs. But I like this here. It's the new form of the Mega Evolutions. I think that's what they were called. I forget. Giant supersized Pokemons. I mean, they just raid battle. They go into this a little bit later too. Pokemon Soccer! But this looks like it might be the... It's the new setup for gym battles. And of course, they show all the starters. They don't show any of the, like, evolved forms. Wonder if that's the leader of the Elite Four in this
Hello,
one.
I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Masuda!
Hi, I'm Omori from Game Freak.
You can take on the role of the main character, who resides in the Galar region. After choosing Grookey, Scorbunny, or Sobble as your first
Sobble
partner
number
Pokemon, you
one!
will embark
Sobble
on an
number
adventure to
one!
become the champion. Your
Scorbunny's
journey will
okay
take you
too.
through vast and lush grasslands, towns in which you will find humans and Pokemon working together, and many other locations filled with
So,
rich
like, a lot of it
personality.
seems very European inspired, like
Pokemon battles are the
England
most
and
popular
Great
form of
Britain,
entertainment in the Galar region.
in the United Kingdom, I should say. But there's
Citizens
little
across the
bits here
Galar
and there
region
of
are frequently
Japanese
filled with
influence.
cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles between gym leaders and
So,
challengers.
gym leaders. So, this looks like the new gym
The
setup.
excitement of these battles is often broadcast on television
I
in the
like
Galar region as well.
how they added audience and
The most exciting
spectatorship.
part of visiting a new region is, of course,
If
encountering
Pokemon's such a
Pokemon
big
that you've
battling
never seen
thing,
before.
it makes sense that that would be a thing that, you
Tell
know,
you more
is
about
part
some
of the
Pokemon
world
that
space.
reside in the Galar region. I'd
That
like
is a
to hand it over
spectator
to
sport.
James, the art director on these games.
Hey, Jamie.
I wonder how much.
Hello.
We're gonna pause it here. I wonder how much influence, like, riling up and attracting audience, how much that's gonna factor into the game. If they're gonna add that as, like, a top layer mechanic or anything. I think it'd be cool if something like that happened. So not only are you, like, becoming a, you know, the master Pokemon battler, but, like, you're also becoming, like, a TV superstar sensation in the process. That would be kind of neat, because I remember in Diamond and Pearl they had the like, Pokemon fashion show type thing. That was, like, a little bit of a subplot. Be cool to see something like that if they brought it back in.
I'm James Turner from Game Freak. I worked as the art director for these games. There are lots of
Yo,
never-before
I like your
seen
style in
Pokemon
this
that
new
awaits
one,
you in the
Turner.
Galar region. But allow me to
Good
introduce
job,
you to just a
especially
few
on the
of them.
character models.
The first Pokemon I'd like to show you is Wooloo.
Ah,
This Pokemon's defining characteristic
sheep
is
go
its
ba,
fluffy
not
fur,
woo. God
which is
damn it.
treasured by weavers in
God
a town
damn it.
in the Galar region, who use it to craft popular specialty goods. This Pokemon here is
Sheep raising
Gossifleur.
confirmed. Harvest the
The
fur, build the
flowering Pokemon.
things.
Gossifleur favors places with clean air and water, and its pollen is said to have healing properties.
It's our
This next
climate
Pokemon
control
is called Redmore.
Pokemon.
The Bite Pokemon. The sharp and jagged edges of its jaw allow it to bite off chunks of rock and iron. Its vicious nature makes it a difficult Pokemon to tame for all but the most experienced trainers.
I like his look. He looks
This
cool.
Pokemon that can be seen flying steadily through the sky
I like the look of this
is
one
called
too.
Corviknight. It
Corviknight.
puts its skills to use when working as a flying taxi, which will take the player back to any town he or she has previously visited.
Okay, and we'll pause it here. Corviknight. Let's back it up. So they show off Corviknight here,
It is called
and
Corviknight.
like,
It puts its skills
so they say that it works as the taxi, and that makes me wonder how they're going to change up the. Does this affect the use of TMs and whatnot? Because, like, in the past, in order to do fast travel, you would have to always use TM Fly on some throwaway Pokemon that you had, a bird of some sort with wings that could fly. But I think it'd be interesting if they did, like, the Corviknights as a replacement. It'd be kind of interesting, definitely.
As many of you already know, some Pokemon can evolve, changing their appearance and becoming stronger in the process. Gossifleur is one of these Pokemon. When Gossifleur evolves,
I would assume most of them can. Unless they're doing something
Becomes
different this time and only
underdogs.
some can. That'd be weird.
As you can see, there are now small seeds scattered across its fuzzy
Looks
head.
like a.
These seeds are said
The
to
look of
promote
this
growth
reminds me of
in
one of those
plants and can
stereotypical Japanese
revitalize both
burglars where they have the
people and
huge,
Pokemon.
like. I'll see if I can put an image up in
That's
editing.
all I can show you this time.
With the big bag
There are
on their
lots more Pokemon living
back
in the
with all
Galar
the
region
stuff,
you can
and they got the
discover.
scarf and they're holding on and
Of
they're
course,
running.
you can look forward to finding many Pokemon you're
Ah,
already familiar
classics.
with.
Classics confirmed.
I hope you're as excited as we are.
I have to wonder with them confirming that they're going to be classic Pokemon in, I wonder what the spread will be of new Pokemon to old Pokemon. I know we did just have Let's Go, which was primarily first gen, but with so many Pokemon, I wonder if they're going to actually try and skew it a little bit more towards a mix of old Pokemon with like a smattering of new ones here and there, like the 3 new starters, the 2 new legendaries. One of the other things I'm noticing throughout this is he keeps talking about, or they keep talking about, like the different kind of social aspects that these Pokemon have. Like in this one, he's talking about how the seeds have promote, what was it, growth or something. So I wonder if maybe there's going to be an alternate, like. I made the joke with the sheep one already, but like, what if you raised Pokemon to get certain things out of them, do like a farming or crafting kind of thing? Might be interesting. It would make use of like the fact that so many Pokemon you have little descriptions and tidbits about them being like, oh, the people raise these for certain reasons or whatnot, like milk tank, and you get the milk from it. It'd be interesting.
Meeting lots of
Yo,
Pokemon
that
is one of
environment
the
looks
thrills
so
of the adventure,
good.
and where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area.
Wild area.
This wild area
A
stretches
very
between cities and is
original
filled with
naming
abundant
there.
nature as far as the eye can see. Different Pokemon can appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like.
Ah,
meaning
weather
there will be
impact
new
confirmed.
discoveries for you each day.
You see a lot of
Some of you
classic
may
ones
already
there,
have noticed, but
Steelix.
while adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you
Ah.
to better search for items and Pokemon.
Oh, so, ooh, I just noticed that now, rewatching this. They said only in this area, or they said specifically in this area, you have control over the camera. So I wonder if, like, in cities and in most of the rest of the game, because we don't know. They say this is a single area, so we don't know how significant this area is in terms of taking up, like, the space of the world. This could be like the entire overworld, or this could just be like a mini section, kind of like the safari area almost. And if it is, that's a bit disappointing to me, but either way, it's saying like maybe in cities and towns and gyms, you'll still have that old style classic camera, which I guess I could see it in interiors, like inside the gyms, maybe even in some of the cities. But I feel like for most of the game, you probably would want this open camera. So I guess that really leaves the question of, is this the way you get between town to town, or are they still going to have other routes and this is like just one area you get to from like a few places, which would be a bummer if it was. I don't know. We'll see. That's an unanswered question at the moment.
Search far and wide in the tall grass, in the skies above, and
Fishing
even in the lakes.
confirmed! Shaking
never
trees,
know
Animal
what you might
Crossing
find.
confirmed!
In certain locations in the Galar region, a new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible strength. This
Oh,
phenomenon is
they
called
showed this
Dynamaxing.
earlier.
Dynamaxing opens up new
Dynamaxing!
possibilities in the heated battles performed by trainers and their Pokemon.
So now
For more
everyone that
details, I would like to
always
turn
had
it
the
over to
dream
you
of being
all,
sat on
the
by
planning director for the
Pokemon,
games.
your fetish is now confirmed. Your fetish is now valid. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Iwao from Game Freak and the planning director for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Let me tell you more about the new Dynamax feature, which will surely bring about all new strategies to Pokemon battles. Pokemon from the Galar region can Dynamax to not only become massive in size, but also boost their power.
Boost their power.
All the moves they know turn into powerful max moves.
And it looks like they all maybe have extra visual flair,
Dynamaxing
which looks
can be used
cool.
once per battle. However, the Pokemon will revert to normal after 3 turns. So, you need to choose wisely when to trigger it.
So it seems like an interesting spin on the, I think they were called Mega Evolutions in previous ones. XY, Let's Go, and the one in the Hawaii place. I forget the name of that one because I skipped that generation. So the question is Dynavolutions or Dynamaxing are they gonna replace that system now, or is it gonna be additive? Because on the surface, Dynamaxing seems like a bit of a more fair, let's say, tactical system. Because Mega Evolutions, they would last on a single Pokemon throughout the whole rest of the match, regardless of whether or not you swap them out or not. The only thing that would revert them back to normal is if someone managed to, knock them out or whatever. But this one, they say 3 turns, and then they go back to normal, and you can only do it once in the entire battle. So it's cool on the surface, but I wonder if they're still going to have Mega Evolutions in addition to that. And if they do, would you be able to Mega Evolve or Dynamax a Mega Evolved Pokemon or not? Or would it be a kind of, you can only do one or the other? Questions. But it's cool to see on the surface,
Mastering Dynamax will be key to becoming a full-fledged Pokemon trainer in these games. Remember that wild area we told you about? If you connect to other players, you'll find more ways to play there.
So it looks like
One of these new multiplayer features is called Max Raid Battles, in which 4 Pokemon trainers...
Looks like there's going to be a much stronger multiplayer cooperative component in this game, based off of what they're talking about. Max Raid Battles.
The wild Dynamax Pokemon keeps its giant form for the entire battle.
Straight up, just raid fights from Pokemon Go.
Only one of these 4 players who have teamed up for the Max Raid Battle will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon in each battle. So coordinating with your team...
Yeah, and in this one, it's just one person out of the 4 doing it once on a single Pokemon.
If you and your allies manage to emerge victorious,
giant fist from the sky!
In a truly dynamic catch sequence. The Pokemon that you can take on
giant
Max Raid
Pokeballs
battles also vary depending on where you are in the wild area and the state of the weather.
So this just seems like a cool feature to have.
Be caught after you defeat them in Max Raid battles. So we hope trainers will join forces and test their skills against a variety of Pokemon.
I mean, I'm all for more team battling in these games.
Strategic cooperative 4-player gameplay against a single Pokemon, which is a first for the main series of Pokemon games. It's going to be a ton of fun to use your Nintendo Switch system's local wireless functionality to tackle these
What
battles
about
with friends
online?
in person and experience the excitement together. You can also connect with other players
Okay,
over
good.
the internet to enjoy playing with other
Online
players
mode
from all around
confirmed
the
for
globe.
this.
So
Well,
I
that's
hope you'll
good.
try Max Raid battles with all sorts of other players.
I'm always a big proponent of adding the team modes to the game. I was a big fan of the 2v2s when they added those back in... I forget exactly what generation it was. And seeing this is 4v1, 4 players against one giant Pokemon, but I wonder if that indicates they might be adding, like, maybe a 4v4 to the multiplayer as well, which I think would be interesting to watch, fun to play, because you'd have new considerations in terms of, like, strategic choices, and, I'm just a fan of adding more team modes, we'll say, both single player and online. I think the max raids are going to be a really fun mode that'll add longevity to the game after you beat the main story. And if you don't want to just hop into the trainer battles, you can always go into this and still have some fun with it and play with other people at the same time. Yo, that guy, that girl.
Next, I would like to introduce some of the people you'll encounter on your adventure.
NPCs!
This guy is the greatest trainer in the game.
Hey, they confirmed it's this
and also
guy.
the current champion. His name
Okay, so that is the champion.
In a region where Pokemon battles are so widely enjoyed, his undefeated
Wearing a
record
cape
in
like a
official
king.
is
This
all the more
definitely
incredible.
UK inspired.
His popularity is only enhanced by his shining personality, winning him the adoration of trainers across the region. It's no exaggeration to say that he is the most prominent trainer in all of Galar.
So I wonder, they made it as a point of saying, oh, he's got the adoration of fans and whatnot, and he's charismatic and everything. So I wonder if popularity might actually be a mechanic that you have to worry about in this game, or like a rating, maybe like your alignment or whatever, but it's your popularity. I think that would be very fitting of Pokemon and not out of place, even if it is just like a story progress thing. I'd be interested in that being there, but that's just me.
The champion has a younger brother who also happens to be one of your rivals.
Oh, younger brother
His
and the
name is
rival.
Hop.
Hop.
Hop dreams to one day become champion, just like his elder brother, and he trains vigorously.
Well, he's
every
definitely going to
day
be the one I
reach
give
his
Score
goal.
Bunny to. Hop needs a
His
bunny.
journey through the Galar region begins on the same day as yours. On your journey, you and Hop will receive a great deal of support from these two characters. Professor
Lady
Magnolia is the
Professor.
professor of the Galar region and
I know,
specializes
Grandma,
in
just like
researching the
me.
Dynamax phenomenon.
I'm not a grandma.
Sonia is her granddaughter and also serves as her assistant.
I-
Their abundant
She's
wisdom and
cute,
sound
but I don't
advice
like
will
her
surely
hair.
come in handy throughout your adventure.
Yo! These have to be the new
Next, I
gyms.
would like to talk about the Pokemon gyms in the Galar region.
New Pokemon gyms, woo!
You and your rival will need to take on the Pokemon gyms throughout the region in order to achieve your goal of becoming champion.
Okay.
These gym stadiums are constructed in very special locations that allow for Pokemon to be Dynamaxed.
Ooh.
The gym leaders also have
Wait, okay, so they just said that allows Pokemon to be Dynamax. So I wonder, does that mean you won't be able to Dynamax everywhere? Questions, folks, questions.
extremely powerful Dynamax Pokemon on their teams, so you will need to counter them with some of your own.
Ah, it's a giant monkey. Oh no. Ah.
Battles between two Dynamax Pokemon are explosive and will cause the energy and excitement in the stadium to reach its peak.
Ah, they're talking more about the fans
Let me
again.
introduce one of the gym
So I
leaders to you.
think maybe popularity and showmanship
This is the grass-type expert, Milo.
might play into this somewhat.
This gym leader is all about enjoying battles alongside his trustworthy Pokemon, and you will have to overcome his tenacious
Either way-
fighting style to continue your journey.
Adding audience members will really,
Look forward
it
to
fits
facing
the
many
setting.
more heated battles against gym
I
leaders
think
over
it
the
just
course of your
adds with the
adventure.
world building, and I'm
We've shown
a fan
off
of
quite a
that.
bit today, but I have one more video I would like you to see.
Oh, one more thing.
Please
One more
take a look.
thing. One more thing. Breath of the Wild crossover? Oh, these are the legendaries, aren't they? Hey, that's just Sif from Dark Souls. What a ripoff. And that's just a dog with a metal beard. Not that kind of metal. Okay, so I mean, I don't know how I feel about the designs of the new legendaries. They're okay, but they're a bit more bland than I think the past few legendaries have been. Especially, I guess with the Sword and Shield, they're gonna be the cover Pokemon. I don't know, they seem a little lacking. They're just dogs with pieces of metal. One's just a dog holding a sword. It's Sif from Dark Souls. Which I guess it makes sense because Sif's an actual Celtic. I think Celtic. Like Spirit of the Forest or whatever. I don't know about the Shield one, but I guess I kind of expected something a little bit flashier. But at the end here, if we go back, the one interesting thing I think I noticed, it seems like there's something else that they're kind of alerted by. I don't think that's like the player. It kicks up the grass and they're looking like they've just been surrounded. So I wonder, A, how much the legendaries actually factor into the story, and B, I wonder what would get them both riled up like that. So I don't have any doubt that there's like at least one more legendary, because usually there's like 3 to like 5 legendaries each. Pokemon generation varies here and there, but if that's what they're starting off with, I hope they really, really went like balls to the wall with at least the one other legendary that they just hinted at. Or if it's not a legendary, it's like some kind of like a Mewtwo, like a experiment man-made thing, some kind of thing. So I hope the rest kind of make up for how bland I think those two dogs look.
The two Pokemon you saw in the video just now are in fact legendary Pokemon of the Galar region, called Zacian and Zamazenta. Look forward to discovering for yourself just what role Zacian and Zamazenta will play in the story.
Oh, we got names.
I hope you enjoyed today's Pokemon Direct.
But that's
Of
the
course,
hint.
what we revealed
They will play
today
into
is
the
just a
story
small part
somewhat,
of what
and I
you will
hope
find
it's
in Pokemon Sword and
significant.
Pokemon Shield.
I
There are
haven't
many more
played
Pokemon and interesting characters for you
the
to
Hawaii
discover
one,
in the Galar region.
but I like the way that the characters or the
We're
story
putting
went
everything
in
we've
X and
got
Y,
here at Game
definitely.
Freak into making Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield a game that everyone around the world will enjoy.
Please look forward to it.
I will, yay!
Thanks to all of our guests from Game Freak. Finally, I would like to announce the release date.
Here's the big
Pokemon
news.
Sword and Pokemon Shield will be available on November 15th.
November! Oh my god, so many things are coming out in November.
On
So,
the same day, we'll also be offering a dual pack version, which includes the
ooh.
following contents. I hope you will look forward to your new
Yo,
Pokemon
that dual
adventures in
pack
the Galar
version
region.
looks really good.
Thank you for watching.
Okay. So, oof. Let's flip it back over to full screen now. And so with that, we've come to the end of the Pokemon Direct. I don't think this is the last bit of information we'll be hearing about the game before it comes out. We might not hear anything during E3 this weekend, because, I mean, we just got the Direct, but I'm sure going closer to the release date, we might have at least 1 or 2 more Nintendo Directs detailing this Pokemon game. At the very least, maybe something detailing the story in, like, vague terms, which, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'd be interested in hearing more about the story of this Pokemon game. But who knows? We'll see as it goes ahead. Just, don't pre-order. Keep an eye out on it. You can get it on day 1. Don't pre-order until you hear more about it. furthering bad trend in the industry, so don't do it. Other than that, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like the look of these two new legendaries that are going to be on the cover of the Pokemon games? Let me know if I'm wrong about the thinking they look bland. Do you like the theme song? Let me know in the comments. Feel free to disagree with me. This is an open discussion. So, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and also, you check me out on twitch.tv where I do a whole lot of streaming of games in the sort there too. Until then, take care everyone, and I hope you all have a good rest of the day.